Welcome back, everybody. Isaac Finch, Armed the Wild. Today we are going to do first impressions and a review of a backpack made by Moxool. We got the 2400 sent to us from Moxool. They said, hey, do you want to give it a shot? Free of charge, so know that up front. It was given to us, but there was zero stipulations. I'm not making money off of this. We're not making money off of this video outside of what I would normally get maybe from YouTube. Moxool did not pay us anything. So it will be a 100% legit review on what I'm hoping ends up being a really nice, legit budget option for people out there looking for a new pack. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give kind of first impressions, go for a little hike. I have everything I would have on just a day hike. I think this backpack is suited for a day hike. The backpack does have some pretty cool features. And then there are some things that either I would tweak or maybe aren't necessarily something I would like that we'll go over. But first, I kind of want to see what it feels like walking in the hills with a full day load. So first thing I noticed when I got out of the box is it's that brushed fabric, kind of like if you've ever looked at a Badlands pack. It's kind of that soft fabric, which is going to be super, super quiet, right? It's not going to be loud. It's not crunkly or crunchy. My first pack that I ever had was a Badlands pack. It was back in like 2006. I was going on my first high hunt and that was what I could afford at the time. And to me, it was a pretty big purchase. So that backpack, super, super comfortable, but definitely heavy and didn't have a lot of options to it. From there, I went and got a KUIU pack. I believe it was like the KUIU Icon. And then a couple years ago, I think 2 years ago, I upgraded to a Stone Glacier pack. So I've used a few packs over my hunting career, and I can say that having a comfortable pack is very, very important. And so on this hike, again, not a huge test, but it was very comfortable. The biggest thing that I found for packs though is making sure that you have them sized and fit right to you. If you don't have it set up, even a nice pack is going to be uncomfortable. So that is what's nice about this pack, is it does have a lot of adjustability in that department. Just like most of the other packs that I have, the shoulder straps are adjustable. It does come with a card that you can slide under here to help you move these. I don't ever use that. To me, it's just as easy to get your fingers under there and slide this up and down. It is nice because the Velcro is pretty sturdy, and it does have these straps that keep them in place so they don't slide or move. So the biggest thing is what you want is this to be right on your hip bones, and then the shoulder straps lightly resting just on top of your shoulders. You don't want them off your shoulders. Too much of the pressure will be on your hips and the weight won't be dispersed right. So first thing I noticed, easy to adjust, nice super thick straps, comfortable. Hip straps were good, and then your lumbar pad is nice. One of the cons that I saw, for me at least, is you got to remember this is going to be, you know, a budget pack, so you're gonna have to compromise on a couple things. So I personally like the ability to adjust your lumbar pad. This doesn't have that possibility. It's just one size fits all, and it is what it is, right? Luckily for me, it was pretty comfortable, but maybe for somebody else it might not be. And obviously the more you wear it, it's gonna compress a little more and kind of fit to you anyway. But that's one thing I would like to see maybe change or a little bit different, is the ability to put different size lumbar pads in there. Secondly, the hip belt is nice. It's very padded, it's thick, it disperses the weight pretty well. But again, right, one thing that you're gonna do with a budget pack is you're gonna have to compromise. So this is a one size fits all. There is plenty of strap to go around, but somebody that might be bigger, it might not go all the way around their waist as far as the hip pads go. So just to kind of give you guys an example, I am 6'5", 235 pounds, and my waist is a 36. And it was comfortable. I would have liked it to wrap around a little bit more, but I would definitely say that it gives good support, and I wouldn't be too concerned about it in a hunting aspect. So the nice thing about this pack is there is a lot of different pockets in it. So The front pocket, you have a smaller pocket that you can put whatever. I have like my my toilet paper, whatever you want to put in there. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of organize this pack, which is a really nice feature. So inside, when you open it up, there's two different ways to get in this pack. You can either do the front or you can come in from the top. So on the front, on the inside, you have a couple different organizing pockets. So in here, it's perfect for my kill kit. And then I went ahead and just put my first aid kit in this one. Like I said, plenty of room for just your average day pack. You know, got some gloves, got my game bags, a tarp in there, my Jetboil, for me, extra camera gear. I went ahead and put a puffy in there, a meal for the day, and then inside here, it also comes with a place to go ahead and put your water, which is a nice feature. And then there's an opening that it comes out to there. It does come with a lid, which is a very nice feature. You don't have to have this lid on here. If you wanted to and didn't want to have that on there, you can take it off, and then the top seals together. And so you can actually run this pack without it. And then you can also take this lid off, and it does have like a belt that you can wear just the lid if you want, for like a super small, hey, I'm getting out of the truck, I'm just running up that little ridge real quick in a glass for a few minutes. You can take some things with you, which is kind of cool. The one thing I don't necessarily like about this lid is that it's not one big lid pocket. So it's put into two separate, smaller compartments. Still, I think probably plenty of room. But what I personally would like is just one big lid pocket that I can put my stuff in. Some guys might like it separated like that. I don't know. That's just my preference. It does come with a gunsling. Again, good feature. Not necessarily where I like it. I like mine to be on my side where I can have quick access to it if I'm hiking and the deer pops up, which was really crucial for me this year. In Idaho when I shot my deer, because we were walking up to get Slick's buck and we stumbled across my buck about 75 yards, so I was able to just get it off my shoulder real quick and shoot. But it is nice that it comes with it. So definitely not a game breaker or deal breaker, because if you really wanted to, you could go ahead and just buy something like the Kifaru gun bearer and throw that on the side, and you would have your access like you wanted. I ran that for years and it was just fine. One thing I forgot to mention on the hip belt is both sides do come with a little storage pouch. Again, a cool, nice feature, but it lacks customizability, right? So if you wanted to if you don't like to have your bladder in there and you'd rather take a Nalgene bottle, throwing a Nalgene pouch on here might be a little bit difficult. Because there's all this extra material here. So it is a nice feature, but again, it's one of those ones where I would like to be able to kind of customize that a little bit, like I want to. But again, you know, with the budget pack, there's going to be pros and cons to everything. The next thing we're going to talk about is the frame. So the frame is a little bit different. I know it's kind of like the new age thing. The only thing I can compare it to is the Stone Glacier X-Curve. So if you look here, you can see that it's not a flat frame. It actually dips in where your spine naturally dips in. For me, it's a little weird. Definitely would take some time getting used to. I know, talking to people, some guys absolutely love this. So I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. I'm just so used to the traditional flat frame that is a little bit different. So keep that in mind. So the feature that I really like about this backpack is it does have a meat hauler shelf, which a lot of the more expensive backpacks come with. So the bag actually separates from the frame, and then you have an independent meat shelf, so you don't have to put meat either inside your bag or try to strap it on the outside. And it's very, very easy to get to in this pack, and it's very intuitive. So if you've ever had a pack that had it, without any instructions, you could figure this pack out. I don't know if this is exactly how you're supposed to do it. This is just how I did it, and it worked for me. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off. And one nice thing about these two is everything comes with just buckles. So there's no like unstrapping, strapping things. Everything is just comes with the buckles, which makes it nice and quick to get things. So just like everything else, first thing you're gonna do, undo the straps to your shoulder strap. Okay, so right now the bag's pretty tight on the frame. So if you come down here, undo these buckles on the side, come down here, you have another buckle right there that holds it tight to the frame. So just loosen up that end. So now you should be able to pop it off the frame just like that. So then you flip it to the other side, make sure those buckles are undone. Come down here to that buckle, undone, and now this came off. I'm gonna get rid of that hose real quick. So then that flips out. So now that gives you access to your meat hauler frame. Again, I really like this feature. So like I said, everything's with the buckle. Just undo that buckle. That'll come up, undo those, and now that opens up your frame. So what you do is you just put your meat in here, however you want to do it. This would go over the top, and then reconnect here, and here, just like that. Okay, so just like any of the other ones, your backpack is now going to connect to the outside of the frame instead of the inside of the frame. So these are going to come here. It's going to look a little goofy because I don't actually have something there, but you're going to connect it like that. So now your backpack and meat would be separated like that. And then all you do is once you have it back together, you connect these back together. And you can haul all your meat out in one trip, 2 trips, however many trips it takes, right? So everything is going to cinch down super tight and it's not going to wobble. So like I said, I think that is a really, really nice feature on this pack, because I've had both kinds where you don't have a meat hauler shelf and it kind of sucks. All right, so kind of my overall opinion and first impressions on this pack is it's definitely something to take a look at. If you're in the market to get a new pack and don't feel like dropping $600, $700, $800 on a pack, this one comes in right about $300, so about half the price. And I would definitely recommend trying to get your hands on one and see if you like it. We're gonna use it for our hunts this year, and we'll give you probably an updated review on what we thought about it there, and hopefully pack out a few animals with it. But it is definitely, in my opinion, something worth taking a look at. It does feel like it's high quality, it's built well, it's quiet. You know, there's good things and bad things. I shouldn't say bad things, things that I personally would maybe change, but overall, it is something that I would definitely take a look at. And another cool thing about it too is it does come with a limited lifetime warranty. So if there's anything that breaks on it because of a manufacturer error, seams pop out, buckles break, stuff like that, they will replace it, but they do not cover like human error. So if you accidentally cut it with your knife when you were cleaning an animal or something, they're not going to replace that. But anything that breaks on it because of a faulty something, they will replace it for free.